Hi, friends. Well, it's Tuesday, and if you're listening and watching to this on Tuesday, it's a Groundhog Day. So we now know that we are going to have 6 more weeks of winter. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about today was one of the greatest constants in life. That's change. And there are so many models of change. And before I came to Plymouth, I was trained in multiple models of change: cultural change, organizational change. And one of those models I was trained in was ProSci. So when I come to Fort Collins and I see that ProSci is headquartered here, I'm surprised and I want to run because it's a very, very, very detailed process change management system. So I do know a lot about change, and we don't need a change model to know that change is hard. One thing that makes it hard is because we are all magnificent and unique, and that's great. And that just means that we all react to change differently, and that's okay too. We've been through so much this year, and if you are following us on announcements during worship or email or Facebook or our website, you'll know that more change is coming in February. Change to how we worship. So we're listening to feedback, and so we're going to try this. We're going to try pre-recording our worship and live streaming that pre-recorded worship on Sunday. Because change is constant. People change, relationships change, job change. We know that technology changes. And just the fact that change is constant, maybe that's enough to be comforted. But we know change produces stress. It's stressful. It is. Especially in a time of pandemic, and change and change and change. So much change. We have an amazing example of change in the Bible. It's an extreme example of change, and we're not going to have an extreme example of change here, but it's Joseph, the son of Jacob. Jacob loved Joseph, but his brothers didn't. So his brothers sold him into slavery, told their dad that he was killed by a lion, but he wasn't. So Joseph was sold into slavery, and in his confinement as a slave, Joseph turned his life around by being the model slave. He was recognized for it, became eventually second in power to the Pharaoh in Egypt, and then he was reunited with his family, with his brothers. So much change, and again, it's an extreme example of change, but we have examples of these things throughout life and how we can come out in loving ways on the opposite end of change. So as we go about change in our worship in the next few weeks, just know we're prayerfully worshiping with you, whether it's pre-recorded or not, whether we're standing live in the sanctuary, and that's providing comfort. We have you, the congregation, in mind, and we are listening. So in my change experience, one of the things I love to do when I'm facilitating groups is at the end of every meeting, I do this process called pluses and deltas. What do you like about what we've done today, and what would you like to see us change? And that way I can be adaptable, or we can be adaptable here to this change, because it does impact you and it might be stressful. So if you have thoughts, deltas, pluses and deltas, let us know. Let us know, because we are listening and we are prayerfully worshiping with you no matter what. So send me, send Barb, Hal, Jane Ann, send us your pluses and deltas. And my hope and my prayer is that during these stressful times, you will know that change is constant and it is stressful. And if we just take a little breath, say a prayer, let the Spirit lead and guide us during these times. God bless you all. Bye.